You're such an asshole.
Asshole Consulting, how you kids doing? Gotta bang it out here today so that I can not work tomorrow. Hi, Aaron. Oh, and by the way, I don't have Band-Aids. I'm perfectly fine. The cut is not that bad. It's just I had no Band-Aids. So if you see my hand, oh my God, what happened? Nothing. It would take a Band-Aid about that big. I'm using toilet paper and duct tape because I am masculine. Hi, Aaron. I have a question about personal style, a little bit about me. I'm 20 years old, never really paid attention about my style, outfit, or hairstyle. I'm guessing that you could say it doesn't matter with women and or in general, just shower and get a cheap haircut, buy clothes from Goodwill, etc. You're not wrong. However, there's a political agenda keeping men down while raising women up. Now, how do we get that? How do we go to politics based on men's fashion? Not that you haven't mentioned this before. My question is, what would you recommend for young men today other than just showing up and looking bland? Where do you draw the line, and where do you think you should dress up somewhat? Designer clothes, celebrity status wise, ESK, name your price, and thanks again. All right. I am not against dressing nicely. I know you guys don't see me dressed up, but that's usually because 9 times out of 10, I do not shower until I work out in the middle of the daytime. I wake up, I get my asshole consulting done, I'll get this done, and I work out in sweatpants and a crappy shirt, all of which you have seen before. But then when I do go out, whether I was single or otherwise spoken for, I would put on decent clothes. I wouldn't put on fancy brand name designer clothes, in part because I couldn't afford them, in part because I don't want to, but I would dress up a little bit. And I would say that level of fashion is called for. And this has nothing to do with women. Nothing to do with dating. It's just you don't want to look like a schlep, right? I understand if you're in college, you're poor, you're 20, you don't got that much money. But I was never so poor or destitute that I could not find at Goodwill or Savers or even Walmart a decent looking shirt, maybe a nice sport jacket, hand-me-downs even. A rag stock, things like that. It didn't mean I didn't look good. It didn't mean I didn't when I presented myself to public. And so this is about decorum, and I'd even say modesty a little bit, or just being civil and kind and considerate of the rest of society. Because, for example, today in college, heck, probably not even college, I see gals and guys showing up at the bank in pajamas, in flip-flops. And again, let's not even talk about trying to attract the opposite sex. How about just making it so other people, when they see you in public, don't want to throw up? Then there's also good etiquette and decorum and reason for dressing appropriately for the venue. When I go to a jazz club, yes, I suppose I could wear a sweatshirt and jeans and just kind of show up. But usually I'll put on a sport jacket, a button-up shirt, a nice button-up shirt, some nice jeans, and some boots of some kind, cowboy boots. In the Twin Cities, you can get away with my motorcycle military boots, Carpenter, or Caterpillar workmen's boots, because they're not only fashionable, but you need the grip because of all the snow and ice, which is actually how I hurt my hand, in spite of my boots. So you want to have, again, you don't have to spend a lot of money, all right? Do not spend your money on brand name, but, I had to go and get some food, some clothes for the Southern Command, because we do go out to places that you could imagine in Las Vegas are a little bit nicer than McDonald's. And instead of packing a bunch of clothes, I went to Savers. I think I dropped $30. I got a sport jacket. I got 3 really nice shirts. I got a golf shirt. That's another reason you have to have a nice, because golf courses have a dress code, so that when I go to a nice establishment, not high end, I'm not dressed like a schlep. Okay? So there is every reason you should, men and women, should be investing some money in clothes. Nice clothes that you don't work out in or change the oil in, and either you go out in public for, or maybe you go to church, business casual. I would let the majority of your wardrobe be determined by the social and professional occasions you're going to run into. That's just going to come through a standard life. Now, part of that will be dating. And here's where I guess there's a fork in the road, or where there's Cappy's advice, but I don't know if you want to take it, because again, the old Capmeister hasn't been dating in a long ass time. You can dress very nicely. There are many, well, not many, but a significant amount of websites out there that talk about men's fashion. I know there's a short man's website where, to compensate for being short, they dress very well. And I'm not slamming them. They do dress very well. And I'm sure that they could potentially dress affordably. But what you don't want to do is get your look so manicured it becomes feminine, where your beard is so groomed you're a soy boy. Even if you hit the gym, because that has now been associated so much with women's eyes. If they see a perfectly groomed man, the beard is like you have wax in your beard. It's like, waxing your beard? Really? Like, dude, you gotta wax your beard. Yeah, no. Just my opinion, you ain't getting the freaking Taliban beard. You get a 5 o'clock shadow, maybe a full man, like a Aaron Rodgers beard. Never used beard wax in my life. If you're getting to that, you're getting manicures. To the point that there was a guy, and I won't lie, I had a visceral reaction to hurt him. I didn't, because it's illegal. But he had no socks on. He had brown dress shoes that weren't laced. They came up above his ankles, but his pants were tightened and tapered in, not down to his ankles, but therefore you could see part of his lower leg, and they were a navy kind of dark off-color blue, and he had a sport jacket, and it just screamed soy. It just screamed not man. It screams spend too much time in front of the goddamn mirror and not enough time at the gym. That is the risk I fear many men face if you start dressing up to that level. Again, it all depends on where if you're going out to what's it called? On the strip. What the hell is the name of it? The Aria or the Vidara, where it's just this remnant of Gen X filth and trash and holdover, where you dress up to see and be seen. That's about the only place you'd fit in. Otherwise, you're overdressing. That you do not want to waste that much money, time, or effort getting to that level of fashion. Is it good to have a suit for such an occasion? Yes. Is it good to have like a high-end, I'm trying to think of an example, where you would actually dress like Joseph A. Banks? Yes, you can have an outfit or two if you were to be randomly invited on a yacht. You're like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. Well, I better go get my cardigan, tie it over my thing, and look like that. Is it okay? Yeah, it's okay to have it. But should that be your wardrobe? No. Should you be using clothes to get women as your primary thing and not have it be an accent or an assistance to your main game? No. I'm all for dressing nice. There's nothing wrong with dressing nice. But if you're like, I'm a virgintile 20-year-old douchebag and I'm too weak and tired to go, hey, can I wear clothes and not go to the gym? No, you can't. If you're looking for fashion to meet women, you will fail. If that's your main game, it will help, it will assist, but it is no Michael Jordan. You need to have a Michael Jordan. That is, you gotta look good, you gotta work out, you gotta groom appropriately. I'm talking more hygiene. But if you are relying on fashion, like, oh, I got this cool hat that makes me look cool, and you're going to do the pickup artistry bullshit, all right? No, you're now substituting an easy Band-Aid for open heart surgery, for a much bigger problem. You boys cannot avoid the gym. The gym is there. If you want to get to women, you must go to the gym. If you also must be hygienic and you must get your hair cut. But if you think you can avoid the gym by having impeccable fashion, you will fail. You will fail, because women, yes, they like a well-dressed man, but it's not what's going to get them to go home with you. It's not. You know, it's like the fat guy, not to say you're fat, but it's like the fat guy, like, oh, what if I'm funny, I got a personality, I dress all night. You're still fat. You're still fat. Right? So, it's a balance. I'm not against fashion because you need it. You need it. I'm definitely against spending a shit ton of money on fashion. Like I said, my trip to Savers, I think it was like $35, and I got pretty, 2 full going out wardrobe ensembles. But I would not be dropping more than your initial going out. Like if you're going to go on a date, or you're going to meet people in public, or you're going to go to a party, I would not drop more than $500 on maybe slacks. I think the jeans and a nice pair of boots and suit jacket, sport jacket would be fine. Some nice shirts. Suits aren't even a thing anymore. I don't see guys wearing suits anymore. Suits are almost for working in a formal occasion now. I remember in the day when swing dancing called for it, or if you were going to go to a nightclub, you would wear, like a jazz club, you would wear a suit. Hell, you'd even wear an actual fedora, not the short ones like an actual 1940s Humphrey Bogart fedora. You would wear a suit, but no, for the regular wear and tear 20-year-old's going to run into, I would not be spending your money on clothes. Spend your money on cheap, good clothes. Have some kind of fashion sense. I think there's more value in you developing your own fashion style than wearing salmon jeans and a turtleneck because that's what the hipsters in Brooklyn did because like they're all getting laid. No, but you don't have to even do $500. You could put together a couple nice outfits, $200, used clothes. And then if for whatever reason your social life calls for it, like if you were in Harvard and you were in the rich kids club, yeah, then you're gonna have to, your social circles are gonna call for much fancier clothes. But for your average 20-year-old American, just look better than the other guys, and that's not hard to do with millennials and college students and Gen Zers. Not that hard to do. It's not that hard to do for baby boomers and Gen Xers either. Everyone in this country is pretty fucking ugly, so you don't have to overkill it on the dressing up and the working out. You can do pretty well. So, all right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Check out all the links down below, and do all your shopping through the Amazon affiliate program down there. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.